Hi, kids. Welcome to Friday Chapel. I'm your host, Pastor Lou. And for my friends at Modesto Christian, I know a couple years late, I promised this video a long time ago. But anyway, I'll do a couple. I can't promise I'll do a lot of them. I may go back to the email. For those who don't know, Friday Chapel used to be an email string I would send out usually once a week, to my friends at Modesto Christian, and I'll admit the jokes are bad. I think I'm a much better comedy writer than I am a stand-up, but anyway, here we are. The last Friday Chapel was in 2017, and I warned you about vaccines and the vaccine industry. This was way before COVID. Was it right, or was it right? Was I right about that Justin Bieber kid? Yes, I was. And how about Miley Cyrus? Pegged her too. Remember, tool of Satan. I mean, hey, you can make the argument. It's there. But anyway, I'd like to start off by asking all the young boys, the 10-year-old boys of Minnesota, if you take those tampons and you wet them in the sink, will they stick to the ceiling, or do you just use them to plug up the toilets? Okay, so Tampon Tim, the governor, thought this would be a great idea, right? And Hillary Clinton said that it was a common sense solution to this problem. And why does anybody have a problem with it, other than it being a complete and utter waste of money for the people of Minnesota? And okay, I gotta ask, okay, from what I'm told, because obviously, even though I think I'm a lesbian trapped in a man's body, I'm not. I'm a man. So I'm not a woman. But I am told by women that most women start off with surfboards, right? And don't start on the cork until after they become sexually active. Does this happen a lot to 10-year-old boys in Minnesota? Maybe it's something in the water. I don't know. Anyway, the point is, Hillary Clinton thinks this is a common sense solution. And I'm here to tell you, there's no such thing as common sense. That's right, it's a fallacy. For one, it's not common. And two, sometimes it's sense and sometimes it's not sense. Nonsense. Right? You may think it's nonsense. But what is sense? Sense is logic. If it's sensical, it's logical. If it's nonsensical, it's illogical. Right? It's in the dictionary. I've actually have a hard copy of a dictionary that I've been using since college. It's always served me well. I have an Oxford and Webster's. Yep. Can't trust this internet these days. They just change it willy-nilly. So you got to agree on all the definitions. Otherwise, it all goes to pot. Right? So, if you want me to vote for this guy, I'll tell you what. Read this book and get back to me. Kids, are you tired of being pwned by Charlie Kirk on campus? Right? And it's fun, too. I've caught both Ben Shapiro and Noam Chomsky with fallacies in their arguments, right? With invalid arguments, which is fun because, see, what you're trying to do is they're either wrong or they're lying to you. The difference is if they're wrong, hey, I can prove you're wrong, okay? They might change their mind. But if they're lying to you, they're wrong and you're pissed about it, right? They're all lying to you, kids. All of them. Pretty much. But who's the really malevolent ones? That's the moral judgment you have to make. When you find out, it's not enough to know that they're lying to you. How are they lying to you? Why are they lying to you? Right? If you don't know the rules to the game, you're going to lose. Or are you just going to be a chump or a dum-dum like all those thousands of people on TikTok? You want to be a dum-dum? Oh, I'm sure you're not a dum-dum. I'm sure you use logic all the time. Everybody uses logic all the time, but almost nobody's good at it. Or even, I don't think I'm, great shakes at logic, but if I can find, problems with Noam Chomsky's arguments, that makes me feel really good up here, because he's got a doctorate in it. So if he makes a logical fallacy or an invalid argument, right, it blows his conclusion, then I have to wonder, is he lying to me? He's got a doctorate in it. He shouldn't be making these mistakes, right? And the same goes for, Ben Shapiro. I like dissecting Ben Shapiro's arguments because he's pretty good at it. He's really good at it. But he is wrong occasionally, once in a while too. As are they all, right? I'm not a doctor, but I play one on TV. I'm not a preacher, but I play one on the internet. You know what I mean? So, I've got an extra copy if you need it. All right? Be good. Try anyway. I'm sure, you can do it where Google has failed. All right. See you next week.